Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we are back with some more reactions, Week 16 reactions. Before we get into today's video, I have a couple things that I want to tell y'all. First of all, thank you guys so much. I know I keep saying it, but the views and subscribers are going up realistically amazingly. It's ridiculous. The support has been amazing, and I really appreciate everyone. And make sure, if you're not already, please make sure to subscribe because it really does help me out a lot. Second is I am getting a new gaming setup, so we're actually gonna have some like good footage. So I'm thinking playing like FIFA and other stuff. So I hope you guys are gonna enjoy that. That's just a reminder that it might happen soon, but today's still gonna be reactions. Tomorrow's still gonna be predictions, and then Thursday and Friday we'll see. So, before we get into this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what was the biggest upset of the week, and let's get into the video. Starting off at the Thursday game, we have the Jaguars and the Jets, and the Jaguars beat the Jets 19-3. I was watching this game at a dinner, I believe, and honestly, the Jaguars deserved to win. I wouldn't say the Jags played amazingly. As you can see here, Trevor did fine. Etienne did fine. It wasn't like a ridiculous performance, but Evan Ingram had another massive game. Otherwise, nothing else in the receiving game. And realistically, it wasn't the greatest game from the Jags. But at the end of the day, they got it done. Now they're first place in the AFC South. Going over to the Jets side was not great. It was not great. Realistically, it was not great from the Jets. They did not play. They did not play up to their standards. Chris Streveler actually came in and actually played really well. That's what I will say. He played really well, but Zach Wilson was not good. And even though he played well, it doesn't mean anything because they didn't win the game. So pretty much, to sum up this game, Jags deserved to win the game, but it wasn't a game where I think the Jags played great. Kind of a boring game, just Jets didn't score anything. Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's move on to the next game. We had Saturday games, Christmas Eve games. Also, guys, happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys all are having a wonderful holiday. Next up, we have the Bills and the Bears on Saturday, Christmas Eve. And the Bills won 35-13. They deserved to win, man. Josh Allen did throw a couple picks. They were some bad picks, but at the end of the day, when they win, it really doesn't matter when your team is winning games. And Devin Singletary and James Cook are having unreal days. Both guys, 12 carries, 106 yards, and 11 carries, 99 yards, both with a touchdown. It's ridiculous. Receiving wasn't as good, but it was definitely more of a running game. And you know what? It works. It works. You're not going to complain with that, as well as their defense did good. On the Bears side, Fields did okay, I guess. Again, you're facing one of the best defenses in the league, so it's obviously going to be tough. But at the end of the day, you can't be terribly mad. I thought the Bears, their season's over, so seeing how Justin Fields played, I wasn't mad with it. Montgomery did fine, and at the end of the day, their receivers didn't do much. And unfortunately, you're facing one of the best teams in the league, and you're a 3-12 team. It's not really going to go well with you. I did expect it to be more of a closer game, but at the end of the day, the Bills won, and that was my prediction. Next up, we have the Saints and the Browns. This was not a game I was expecting. I thought the Browns were going to be able to win this game because I think they've just been playing better the past, 4 or so weeks. But, Browns started off good, but it was kind of honestly, I'm not going to lie, I did not watch any of this game. But I did see a couple clips, and it was a pretty boring game. Both quarterbacks struggled. Andy Dalton only completed 8 passes. What is that? What happened with him? Taysom Hill had a good game. Alvin Kamara was starting to play a little better. But nothing. I think it was a really, really bad storm. That's what I will say. Storm was pretty bad, I think. Yeah, if I'm looking at this game was pretty bad. Don't really know where to talk about that was good. I guess Nick Chubb played good. Mark Cooper had a touchdown. Where did the Browns' points come from? Where did they come from? Actually, though, was it all, oh, it was a Deshaun Watson running touchdown. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't really know what to say about this game. Didn't really watch it, but it seems like a pretty boring game, and the Saints won. Next up, we have the Chiefs and the Seahawks. Now, this was a game I did watch. and this was a game I was really, really surprised about. I thought the Seahawks were going to put out a little bit more of a fight, but if you watch this game, the Chiefs crushed the Seahawks. I know the Chiefs did not play that well, but the Seahawks looked terrible. Gino did not look good. Kenneth Walker looked decent, but the receiving game was getting locked up, and Travis Kelce had a career day. Isaiah Pacheco continues to be the lead back there, and I'm honestly kind of shocked with how the game actually went. I thought the Seahawks were going to put more of a fight, but their team is just kind of starting to decrease. They're just not playing as good. They have not been as good of a team the past month or 2 months. I mean, the Seahawks are 7-8 now. They're basically out of a playoff spot. I don't know where to go with them. Unfortunately, they're just starting to go downhill, and you expected it after such a good start to the year. But I thought they were going to put up a little more of a fight. But Chiefs is hard to win this game for sure, and they go in and win the game. Next up, we had the Vikings and the Giants. Another bizarre game. Greg Joseph, a 61-yard field goal to win the game. An amazing ending to the game. It was a great atmosphere. I watched the game. Wasn't there, but I watched it. It was definitely a good game, though. Honestly, Giants, props to you. I thought Daniel Jones played well. Saquon continues to play great. And the receivers did good. Richie James, 8 90 yards. Hodgins, 89 yards and a touchdown. I mean, they did well. Give credit where credit's due. The Giants played a good game. They made it close, but unfortunately, the Vikings offense was just a little bit too much. Kirk Cousins has been, honestly, the most underrated player this year. He's been the most underrated player this year, for sure. Dalvin Cook had another decent game, and Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson had massive, massive games as well. This was a really, really good game for everybody. I mean, it was a really good game. It was definitely a stats game for sure. But at the end of the day, the Vikings took it home and won 27-24. Next up, we have the Bengals and the Patriots. Again, another game I didn't watch too much. I did hear that the Patriots kind of lost it at the end. They almost lost the game, but they were up 22-0 at half. I'm going to kind of go through this game quickly. Burrow looked good. Mac Jones looked decent. Both running backs did not much, and the receivers went off. And I'm not going to really talk about this game too much, but pretty much, I think the Bengals can continue to do what they've been doing all year, getting points and making a case for the top spot in their division and in the league. Maybe it was definitely a good game for sure. It was definitely a good game. I'm gonna give credit for the Bills though. The Bengals they played good. Next up, we have the Lions and the Panthers, a game that I was super wrong about. I thought the Lions were gonna be able to easily walk away with this one. I actually thought it'd been like 30-13 or something. I thought the Panthers were. I'm sorry. I thought the Lions were gonna easily be able to win this game, but upsets do happen. And honestly, it was a weird game. It was a very, very weird game. It was the rushing game. Carolina ended up having 320 yards on the ground, which is ridiculous. The Lions defense struggled, and it's simple as that. Jared Goff had a great game. 355 yards and 3 touchdowns. DJ Chark, Amon-Ra, Zylstra with 3 touchdowns. I mean, they had a good game, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is I don't know what direction the Lions are going into because now they're letting the Packers have a chance of actually making the playoffs. And their team looks so good one week and then just crumbles. What I will say is their defense did terrible. I mean, 0 sacks, 4 tackles for losses, but no interceptions. They just could not get away from that running game. Oh my goodness, what a game. But Panthers, if you're a Panthers fan, good for you guys. I mean, you're out of the playoffs, but you played a great game and you're still a decent team. Next up, we have the Falcons and the Ravens. Again, pretty much what I expected, honestly. I expected the Ravens to win, but I expected it to be a low-scoring game because when you don't have Lamar Jackson, you just don't score much. I mean, Tyler Huntley only threw 9 completions for 115 yards. I don't know what to say about this game. It was a boring game. The Ravens deserve to win this game. The Falcons suck. They just ultimately did not score a single offensive touchdown in this game. And honestly, it was pretty much what I expected. A low-scoring game when the Ravens ended up winning. Next up, we have the Texans and the Titans, the biggest upset of the week. The Texans winning 19-14, and yes, the Texans have been playing really, really good recently. They almost beat the Cowboys. They almost beat the Chiefs, and now they finally do it against the Titans. It was a good start from the Titans with a 48-yard run from Derrick Henry, but at the end of the day, the Texans deserve to win this game. I will not lie to you. They deserve to win this game. They played the better game. I mean, their offense was terrible. Look at this team. This Royce, their top runner was 32 yards. Their top receiver was 45. How did the Texans win this game? And it's simply because their defense. 2 interceptions. I mean, I don't know what to say about this game other than like, my goodness, what's going on? What is going on with the Tennessee Titans right now? Yes, I know that you had a backup quarterback in, but that is no excuse. Your backup quarterback, your rookie quarterback, who has a lot of potential, had 2 interceptions and only 99 yards, less than 100 yards, and 2 picks. Henry had a monster game, as always, but eventually, people are going to catch on, and Henry's not going to do as well. And you have nothing else. Realistically, you have absolutely nothing else. I'm sorry, but this is bad. This is really, really bad. Titans, you gotta beat the Jaguars in week 18. You gotta beat them. You have to beat them. If you don't beat them, your season's over. I'm sorry to say it. Texans win in an absolute upset. Next up, we have my Niners and the Commanders. That is what I expected. I thought the Niners were gonna win, and they did win. And they won pretty good. Again, Brock Purdy has another decent game. McCaffrey didn't do as good, but Ray Leonard caught a big rushing touchdown. And McCaffrey also had a rushing touchdown. George Kittle, another massive game, 6 recs, 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Continues to really improve with Brock Purdy, and you love to see it. On the Commanders side, they actually played. You know what? I was watching this game. They played a decent game. They really made us work for it. Like, I know the score doesn't really show it, but at the end of the first half, it was 21-14 us. I'm just saying, it was actually like kind of close. I know it doesn't sound that close, but I mean, Washington Commanders, they look good. They look good. They lost, but they look good. Give them credit where credit's due. They definitely look good. But the Niners are just too hot right now. They're 11-4. They're on a win streak of 8. You cannot deny how good this Niners team is. So I'm gonna give them credit. Niners win, but Commanders had actually a pretty decent game. Next up, we had the Rams and the Broncos. Oh my goodness, I was not watching this game because it was was this Christmas? Was this Christmas or was this Christmas Eve? Oh, I skipped the game. I'm sorry. Packers Dolphins. Let's do that game first. Um, I don't know what to talk about with this game. Good for the Packers. They're making a case to maybe get and squeak into a playoff spot. But the Dolphins they're terrible right now. They are awful right now, and this is not good, especially at the end of the year. Now Tua is in concussion protocol. Your team has lost 4 straight. This is the downhill that you just don't want to see. It's a downhill that I would not like to see. And unfortunately, I mean, Tua looked terrible. Tua's not looked good these past 4 weeks. Not looked good during this losing streak. Your receivers continue to be great, but at the end of the day, when your quarterback's throwing 3 picks and is down in concussion protocol, that's the most scary thing. And again, Packers did basically as much as they needed to do to win this game. I wasn't really watching this game because it was Christmas morning, but I will say that this Dolphins team, man, it's scaring me. It's scaring me a little bit. Next up, we have the Rams and the Broncos. This is what I was not watching this game, but I kept peeking over and seeing the score, and it amazed me. How did the Los Angeles Rams put up 51 points on the Denver Broncos? That's all I'm gonna say. Baker Mayfield, 24 for 28, 230 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cam Akers, 23 carries, 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tyler Higbee, 9 recs, 94 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, Broncos, you got crushed. You got leveled. You should just start Brett Ripien from now on. Do not start Russell Wilson anymore. He sucks. Get him off the field. Broncos country, let's ride. Can you ride Russell Wilson back to Seattle, please? Get him off your team. I don't even know what to say about this game. This game was. I'm not going to talk about this game because the Broncos sucked so much. Next will be the Bucks Cardinals game. Another game I just didn't watch. Bucks win in overtime. Another game where Tom Brady talks to the refs and gets the win. I mean, Brady's looking awful. Brady almost lost to a third string quarterback. I had the Bucks winning, but again, you just can't trust. You cannot trust this. You cannot trust the Bucks. You cannot trust the Bucks. Ridiculous. I don't know what to say about this game. I mean, the Bucks are just—they're barely getting wins, and they're not going to make it far in the playoffs. I'm sorry, but the Bucks are going to suck in the playoffs. They're getting out first round, in my opinion. It's actually insane. They suck. They legitimately stink. Tom Brady should have retired last year, but he didn't, and it's coming back to bite him. But Bucks win. I mean, I wouldn't even call that a win. Last game, we had the Chargers and the Colts. Chargers deserve to win this game. Chargers deserve to win this game. It's simple as that. But they did not look good. I mean, Herbert did not throw a single touchdown. But when you have Nick Foles as your starting quarterback letting up 3 picks, I don't really care. I mean, man, these Colts suck so much. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer. I thought they were going to put up a little bit more points, but no. Apparently, when you have Nick Foles as your quarterback, your whole team is just terrible. I I I don't know what to say about this game. I'm not really going to talk about this game too much because it was just that bad. But, oh my God. I guess Chargers deserve to win the game. I mean, Eckler had a good day, but wow, this game was terrible. And that's the end of my reactions. Yes, this was a weird week. If you guys like these videos, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed these reactions. Comment down below what was the craziest upset of the weekend. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.